Why not? This is kind of nerve-wracking.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Captain. Captain.
Captain.
Captain.
Captain. What's your vector, Victor? What's your vector, Victor?
Hello. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. So this is our regular Sunday show, except it's not going to be regular today. Today we're doing something different. Excuse me. What's happening right now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you just...
I had to get this. I'm sorry. Carry on. As you were.
How's your sausage with muffin there?
It was better yesterday.
So, for those
Still
of you
there?
guys that don't know the story behind this, Alison, this is Alison, by the way. Katie,
Big
you're going to do
Drift
directions,
Oh, yes.
and then I'll tell this.
Well, I'm Katie. This is Vikki, as you know. And then this is our friend Alison, a.k.a. Big Drift Thrift, a.k.a. BDT.
Yeah.
But the first time she came to stay with us, which was back in 2019, I believe, we had gone at some point and gotten breakfast at McDonald's, and you had an Egg McMuffin or sausage McMuffin, and you put it in the fridge to enjoy for later, and you went to go get it, and what happened? It wasn't there. It was gone. Why was it gone?
Well, I thought someone ate it, which was fine. I wouldn't be upset.
No, it was thrown away, and who threw it away?
Still a mystery.
Still a mystery.
So, it's been 5 years now since I threw away the damn Egg McMuffin because I am the one that cleans out the refrigerator and cleans off countertops and that kind of thing, and I didn't know it was... I'm like, who's going to eat a leftover Egg McMuffin? And
Normal people.
it has now been my curse for 5 years that I threw away an Egg McMuffin. So, when we picked Alison up at the airport yesterday at 6 a.m., because, you must know I love you if we left the house and picked your ass up at an airport at 6 a.m. But, yeah, I threw away the Egg McMuffin. But we brought one for her yesterday when we picked her up. And the sour cream,
Yes.
Lori remembers
It's
all
true.
this.
Now, Vicky's like, oh, I'm the one that cleans up. There have been multiple occasions where I have been eating dinner, in the middle of eating my dinner, and Vicky comes by and throws away my napkin. So, she's just real bad at timing sometimes.
Listen.
I'd say
Listen.
that's more controlling, not timing.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're wearing our hats today because we are leaving very early in the morning to drive to California tomorrow to get on the reseller relaxation cruise.
And I see some of our friends are already there. Michelle is already in California. I know that Libby and Molly are already in California because I've seen them checking
There's
in.
going to be
They got
something
there
like
yesterday.
35 of us or something on this ship.
And I saw that Leslie and
Jimmy are on their
Jimmy
way.
are there.
They're
No,
probably
they're there
there now.
They're there.
So we're really excited, but Alison came down from Alaska. She's staying with us for a couple of days, and then we're going to drive together tomorrow morning, and we're very excited. And so, we didn't do a show last week, so rather than not do a show today, even though we have a bunch of stuff to do, I was just like, let's just do a show that we don't have to do any prep for, and just do a haul. Like we were in Dallas last week, so we got a lot of stuff from Dallas. We went to the bins yesterday, got some cool stuff at the bins. I did like a really big bulk buy on eBay and got like over 100 t-shirts. So, we will do some haul videos at some point. The problem is we went to Dallas, home for a week. Now we're going on this cruise. Then we're going to be home for a week. And then we're going to New England. So it's like the time that we have at home, we've been like having to like actually work and get stuff listed. So it's hard to do stuff like making videos and getting those up. So you're just going to have to wait till we get back. But we are going to do a little fun haul today.
Yeah, and we wanted to we'll do like a little AMA in here too. So if you guys have some questions, we'll just a loosey-goosey kind of Sunday show. Tommy hasn't been in the chat in a while. I don't know. I'm not feeling the love from Tommy lately. I think he'd rather go shopping than hang out with us on Sundays. We used to be like that Thursday night Don't Miss TV. We were like, don't miss that show on Sunday, and now.
Yeah, she was crying, Tommy, that she hadn't seen you in the chat in a while. So
It's true.
she's very sad about it.
Christine won tickets to Antiques Roadshow in Las Vegas on Wednesday at Springs Preserve. That's exciting.
Very exciting.
We were actually, when I found out that was coming, I totally would have done that if we were not on the cruise this week.
Yeah.
Juanita too. We talked about that. Juanita's going to be on the cruise as well, and she was like, I would have done that.
We do have our captain's hats that we will be wearing when we get on the ship tomorrow. Of course, I had to have a black one because that's pretty much all I wear, and then Vicky had to be extra and
Because
have
I'm
her-
extra.
because she is extra. Oh, there's Les BDT. Yeah, so we're just gonna sit here and enjoy the show. We're not doing numbers this week. We're not doing sales highlights this week. Although I will say my numbers this week, I had like the best week I've had in a very long time. I think I did over $2,500. Combined.
I did not.
So I
did not.
apologize. So let's celebrate me for now. Okay.
All right, Tommy. That was I appreciate that. I love you too. I'm glad that I haven't alienated you in some way.
There you go. But we have after the show we have to do our shipping, which I already have a bunch of stuff to ship, so we got to do that. It's kind of a disaster in our house. We've got stuff everywhere. You can see right behind me. You can see in the hallway. That's all of my stuff from Dallas, the t-shirts that I got, and a little bit more. I brought back. Let's see. Between I think from there I bought like 220 pieces, and then I had this big haul on eBay. Altogether, I ended up with like 380 pieces, which sounds crazy, but really I'm doing 10 pieces a day, which means that's like only a little over a month's worth of stuff. So it's actually good that I got all this stuff because, like I said, we're not going to be sourcing over the next few weeks. And but man, it's a little backed up. Vicky has been giving me a hard time about how ridiculous my stacks are. I've already photographed and listed like 60 pieces that I got from Dallas, but I do have a lot of stuff behind me.
Well, my stuff just arrived from Dallas on Friday because we shipped all of mine home, and it is half in and out of the boxes all over the place. It's a hot mess. It is a hot mess. Thank God Alison is a reseller because I would never let another human being into my house to see the disaster that it is right now. You guys know. You got to be like family to be able to come in and see, and you got to, or another reseller to be able to come and see this house where it's not at its best, and it is not at its best.
But
right
listen,
now.
What's not is at its best. It's all inventory stuff. It's not like the house itself is like.
Well, no, it's not dirty.
cluttered.
It's just
I'm just saying.
Shit everywhere.
It's true. And then like my inventory room, I really need to put inventory away, but it's like there's no way I'm going to be able to do that for like another few weeks or month. So I've got stacks of my inventory. It's really just not the most ideal, but it is what it is.
And Jen, yes, we did go to the bins in Dallas. We went like 3 or 4 days in a row. We went, we did a lot of sourcing at the bins, actually.
The Dallas bins are awesome. Similar to Vegas, they have stuff that has already been in Goodwill stores, and then they also have the raw donation, the direct donations, so you can find really cool stuff. The difference with Dallas is it's easily 3 times the size as Vegas. It is huge.
The Vegas bins I thought are pretty big compared to others I've been in other parts of the country, but the Dallas bins are out of control.
Enormous. You don't even have time to go look at everything. It's nuts. But we found some great stuff there. We went 3 days in a row.
We had 11 of us. 11 of us
Yep.
on that trip in Dallas. And we had a great time. We were with Ryan and Allie, Raleigh Roots, and Angela and Angelisa, as we call them.
We had a great time.
Collectively, we had a great time.
We had great food, great company. It was super fun. It was my birthday, and it was Allie's birthday the day before mine, so we got to have like a big party. It was just really, really super cool. You know what? As far as the vibe at Dallas goes,
they were friendly.
They're nice.
They're friendly,
really nice.
Which shocks me a little bit because people get territorial over their bins. I know that they do in Vegas for sure. Like those bros are not nice. If you get a couple new bros come in and there's already the bros there, they're not going to be super friendly. There's a handful of them that are, but
they're not outright jerks. They're just kind of they're standoffish more so. But,
and there's a couple of them that can be kind of jerky.
Yeah, but in Dallas, very friendly, chatting everybody up, like guys and girls, because I do think, like, especially in Vegas, like some of the t-shirt bros, they're not as, it takes a little longer to like infiltrate as a woman. They just don't give you the respect. They're like, oh, you're just some middle-aged lady, like, you obviously you don't know what's cool.
I had that vibe this week. I told you this.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a pop-up. I'm doing my very first pop-up at the end of this month, and it is a pop-up that's a collab with Yesterday's Fits and another company here in town. They're, t-shirt bros, right? They sell vintage streetwear. And I had to go and secure my space. I had to pay cash in person, which is odd, but I had to go to this place and pay cash in person, not Yesterday's Fits, another location. And the dude that was taking my information, he's not the guy that owns the store. He's not the guy that's putting it on. I think he was just somebody that was working at the shop. Like, I totally got the "what are you doing this pop-up for, old lady" vibe.
Yeah.
Totally got that vibe. It was I'm like, I get it, and I tried very hard to not be like defensive and try to like oversell myself and be like, listen, I've been selling vintage longer than you've been alive, because that's kind of how I felt like acting.
That's just aging you more.
I know. It's true. It's true.
What's the scene like in Alaska?
What?
Like the thrifting scene, like where you're sourcing and stuff like that. What's it like?
It's horrible.
It's horrible. You
Well,
find some crazy stuff, though.
I have actually. We have 3 thrift stores. One of them is a Salvation Army in Kenai, where I work, and the prices are insane and high. The clothes haven't been gone through. There's lots of flaws, and they just want top dollar, and it's laughable. Actually, I think I'll go in there to laugh more than to shop for sure, because it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then there's another Salvation Army in the town that I live in, much better.
Yeah.
Smaller store. The ladies there that work there's no men at the moment, but are super nice to me.
All right.
And then there's another mom and pop, same thing. Good prices, and they're super nice, but...
What about the one that you used to volunteer at and used to be able to
Oh.
get that stuff much cheaper?
Yeah, it's called Bishop's Attic. They've had, they have a new manager. They've had a couple new managers, so I probably still could volunteer there, but I don't really...
Well, you don't have the time
No,
right now.
I don't have the time. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one. I still like that one. Actually, the manager there is super nice, and, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's not as many... I wish we had the bins,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we don't.
I don't know if you would get enough stuff there. Although you found some cool stuff just at the dump. You're like digging through the dump. No, they have like a section, but she has like a battery pack that she's been charging her phone on. She's like, I found this at the dump. So
2 pairs of skis.
Yep.
Like,
You
so
never-
a
you
lot
never
of it,
know.
I just moved it over to the take pile. Cause
They have a give-take area, she was saying, at the dump where they can go and drop
I
stuff
took my
off.
garbage, right?
Yeah, they don't just, stuff that looks good that somebody has, donate here. You can take this if you want it or if you could use it, which I think is fantastic because, as we all know, way too much stuff just gets thrown away.
Yeah. So she's over there moving stuff that's thrown away into the...
This is a perfectly
pile.
good bike. So I'm going to put it over the bike. But I'm not going to, deal with any furniture or fabric, that sort of thing. Just say, I'm like, 2 pairs of skis with bindings? Yes.
Yeah, so like I said though, we're not doing any of our normal Sunday stuff. We're just gonna show you some cool stuff we found over this last couple of weeks, I guess. And that's gonna be about it. We're just gonna kind of hang out, and then we still got lots of stuff to do, guys. We got to go to the store and get our snacks, get our
Snacks are
cruise
important.
snacks.
Snacks are important. You got to have snacks on a cruise, guys. Those of you that have cruised, you understand. Like, here's the thing. Almost all the places where you can eat are closed
After a certain point.
after 10 o'clock. There's usually one place that's open until like 1 or 2. It's usually cardboard pizza or something of that nature. So if you are up late and you're hanging out and you're partying, your
get something to
food
eat.
options are very limited. So you want to have snacks in your room.
And they, and there's like a gift shop or whatever where you can pay like 5 times the price of stuff. So we just want to get like some basic snacks. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to get the snacks that I like, and then Vicky's just going to eat my snacks. Mm-hmm. That's what she likes to do. Mm-hmm. She likes to get stuff that she doesn't really like. She thinks she likes it, but then she sees that my snacks are better, and then she starts eating my snacks.
It's true.
So I might have to get double snacks.
It's the wife tax, right? Everybody knows the cheese tax. If you have dogs, I'm the wife tax.
Yeah. Danica just said the cruise is over. Oh man, it's true. All right, so let's go ahead and I don't know. Do you want to start? Let's just go back and forth like one thing at a time, and then we'll have.
Just back up just a little bit, just so I
and
can.
we'll have Allison here. Yeah, you don't want to get your.
Sorry,
toes.
it's really. I don't want to run her over her little. She's barefoot. I don't want to run her toes over with my chair.
We're gonna have Allison referee and say who the winner is.
All right,
just kidding.
Yeah, good.
No, Vicky always has
stuff.
better stuff that sells for more than me. I think. So.
And Allison went to the bins with us yesterday and just managed to find good stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yep,
I don't
it's
have
true.
to take anything
It's true.
home, really.
And Liz has it right there. Snacks are always better when they're someone else's. 100%.
Yeah, she's like buying fig Newtons, and then she wants to eat my
I
peanut
love
butter
fig
chocolate.
Newtons.
But you're
And oatmeal
actually
Put that on the list. I want fig Newtons.
I have cookies on the list.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
So this stuff that I'm going to show today, every single thing was something that I got in Dallas, and I just kind of like wanted to talk about like all of the Dallas bins. And God, this hat is obnoxious. I can barely
you
see
can
out
take it
from under
off. You're allowed to.
My hair's a mess under it. Anyway, so I'm not somebody that rushes the bins the first second when everyone else does, right? The one thing about Dallas that was nice is that they have you line up on the edge of the bins that you want to be at when they bring out a whole new row, and there's like, I don't know, 20 at the same time that they bring out. So there's plenty of space for people to stand. So in Vegas, they run, they let you wait, and then they're like, go.
Yeah, I like that they line you up, because then it's like it's all up to the luck of which bin you ended up in front of, and you could score huge, and you're not having to fight somebody for it.
Yeah, so you can dig, but the thing is because of that, I would wait until people did their first dig, and then they're gone, and then I just go in and go, cleaned up. So I actually never went early on, and I found so many things that are like crazy designer pieces, which is insane to me. So some of these things have Goodwill tags on them, but the date is like right before we were there, so they never made it on the floor. But one thing that I got is I haven't looked up the collection yet, but this is just a very basic black jersey dress. I'm sorry, that camera's going crazy. That has like this little gather on the side. It's really cute. It's a size 2, but look what it is.
What is it?
What is it?
Versace.
It's actually Versace.
Versace.
It's Versace.
If you are a Showgirls fan, it is Versace.
Versace.
So it's Versace. It's not a super fancy one, but it is still a great designer label. I mean, I'll sell it for at least $200. It weighs maybe just under a pound. And I'll be able to like look it up, buy some tags, and find out maybe what year, what collection. It looks very Y2K to me, but
Yeah, it's a Target Versace.
They were also
Versace.
cheaper there because the Vegas bins are $1.89 a pound, and Dallas was $1.69. So that was
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, all right, I am taking the hat off. Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to deal with my messy hair.
It's not messy.
So that's pretty cool. So I probably paid $1 for that, and that'll sell for.
I can hold it.
It's my
Oh
turn.
yeah, your turn.
It's
Okay.
my turn.
We're doing one at all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we had to come back. Our flight back from Dallas was on Saturday, and so Saturday morning we had to like pack everything up to ship it back or to bring it on the flights, and we had to be out. I think we got late checkout of 11:30, 12:30. I don't remember.
12:30.
12:30. So we had a limited amount of time to get everything packed up and ready to go. We shipped like 6 boxes, plus we put 150 pounds into our checked luggage. And so we had everything done, but we still had a few hours before we had to go to the airport. So we went and had lunch, and then we decided we're going to go to a couple more thrift stores. We're like, we can carry on some stuff. Now, luckily, Vikki did have another bag, and she didn't have a carry-on. And so, because of course I went and I found like a bunch of hats. I'm like, where am I going to put these freaking hats? But she had this other bag, so we did have another carry-on. But we went to this one thrift store, and the prices were ridiculous. But I found like 10 hats in the back. They were all like vintage 80s hats. Some really, really cool stuff.
But they must have just put those out for nobody to have taken them, because a lot of the racks there were pretty bare.
Yeah,
too.
and their prices were good. Their prices were all like $3.99, $2.99, $1.99, and actually my favorite one was only $1.99. It's kind of annoying that they have all the tags stapled, but I found some really cool hats, and this is my favorite one. It says it says Tailhook 89 Texas Instruments, and it's got the dude with like the fighter jet or whatever, and it's just a really, really cool vintage 80s hats. I love it. Paid $2 for it. Super good deal. I basically had an entire bag full, and I also got a bunch of t-shirts there for like 99 cents, but some stuff they had priced like crazy high. And then just because we have hats and I want Alison to participate, I gotta show you, or she's gonna show you the hat that she brought me.
Oh.
She did bring me a hat.
Well, I don't know if you like. This is a restaurant, right?
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel. So I thought you liked that place.
Yeah, she
So,
brought me this one.
It's a new hat. So I'm like,
It's a new hat. Now, if you remember from watching our show, I actually had a Wiener Schnitzel hat that I sold this last year, but it said I Heart Wieners on it. This one is Wiener Schnitzel. It's a mouthful, because sometimes you just want to take a big bite of hot dog, right?
yeah.
I kind of feel like you should give this to Jason when we go to Rhode Island, but
I'll think about it. He would never wear it. He
No,
would
he
never
wouldn't.
wear it.
He wouldn't.
I'm not giving it away. I want to sell it.
you would
Maybe.
Sell
I don't know.
it.
We'll see.
Sell what you want.
We'll
Tommy,
see.
you should buy it.
We'll see. I don't know. The I Heart Wieners one, there were a lot. I don't know how many of the It's a Mouthful are out there, but it's pretty awesome. I love
See,
it.
Tommy said I need that hat for the bar. I knew it.
I'll probably have to. I might even just take it with me to New England and wear it when
Oh.
we go have hot wieners.
Jen said Tailhook is highly controversial. I don't know what Tailhook
I don't know
is.
anything about
Yeah.
Tailhook.
What is
What
it?
is Tailhook? Do tell.
Yeah.
Or,
you never know
or
that
point
before
me
you
in the
list it.
direction for.
We'll research it.
For
Google it.
researching, of course.
But But yeah, when we go to, it's nice when friends come and visit, because it's funny when all of our reseller friends, when they come and visit and stay, I think almost everyone will bring a gift, and it's always some weird thrifted thing that they think we'll like, and I love it because it's like, oh, it means that somebody's thinking of you when they're out and they're like, oh,
yeah,
Vicky's gonna love this. I'm gonna bring it next time I come and visit, and it's just fun. It's fun, silly stuff.
Yep. All right, go ahead. What's your next one?
All right, so this one I actually had Allie model for me because I saw a lot of vintage clothing. You know, you guys know it's hard. A lot of the stuff is super tiny, and a lot of it would look so much better on a live model. I always say if my daughter lived here, I'd have her model all my stuff for me. Well, Allie is like the same size as my daughter. She's teeny tiny. And this came from, I think this one came from the bins. I'm not entirely sure. But this little teeny tiny, again, the colors are weird on this, but it's a deep orange with yellow flowers. It's kind of like a gingham, not gingham check. It's kind of like a ditzy check of sorts. And it's long sleeved, it has a high neck, it's handmade, zipper up the back. It's probably late 60s, early 70s. And it has a quilted skirt. It's almost like someone took the bottom half as like a quilted comforter and the top is...
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just, it's really cool, but it looks really great on Allie. And I'm like, okay, she's like, here, let me try this on. We'll take some pictures. So when I do post this, it's going to have pictures of Allie modeling it.
Very, very
And I'll probably
cute.
sell it for like $60 or so.
All right. Next, it looks like Tailhook had some.
Oh my goodness. It had some.
work out.
Oh, maybe we don't want to sell that thing.
Well, I mean,
Eee.
well, I'll look into it. It's not like the hat is like promoting that, but anyway, so we went to the bins yesterday.
Laura Ingalls, who's your paw? Exactly.
So we went to the bins yesterday, and Vicki and I both have a ton of stuff, obviously, but I also wanted to go to the bins, so we were like, let's go. And it was kind of nice because, like, you know, it's not like there's any pressure, like, I got to get some good stuff. And so we even got there a little bit late. We got there at, like, 8:15, and we left at, like...
So late. We got there 15 minutes after they opened.
What's different? What's different about Las Vegas bins versus Dallas bins is Dallas bins, we figured out pretty quickly. It doesn't really matter what time you get there because they're constantly moving stuff. You never have time to go through everything, so it doesn't really matter. Vegas, because of the whole running situation, it is a smaller space. If you're only going to go for a limited amount of time, I want to be there when they open so I can go and be there for the first space, not even the rotation, just the stuff that's out there. Anyway, whatever. We were only there for an hour and a half, and I still got like 17 pounds of stuff. And the very first, when we went in there, we were 15 minutes after opening, so these bins had already been looked through. And so I was actually very surprised to find this hoodie. It is Psycho Bunny. You can see the tag right there, Psycho Bunny. And man, guys, you know I've been getting a lot of hoodies lately. I'm going to get myself into trouble because I'm going to run out of space real quick. I've gotten so many hoodies. But Psycho Bunny, the brand, is a very good brand, and some of it sells for quite a bit. This one just has the little bunny on it, and it's got the stripes. But the comps on this go for this exact hoodie are like $75 to $100. And it's a nice big size. And it was just sitting out there waiting for me to come grab it. So, of course, I couldn't leave it behind. So you were surprised that I found it, too, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised that, because, I mean, Psycho Bunny's a popular brand. Most people would not have overlooked that one, I don't think. But
yeah, but maybe they just saw it just looked like a plane, because it doesn't really have a whole lot going on other than the one little tiny guy. So they just probably didn't notice it. But
I missed it.
Right there, it's a little heavier, so I probably paid a few bucks for it. But $75, $100, I should be able to easily sell it.
All right, so this I got at the Dallas bins. I think someone had thrown it back. I got quite a few things actually from other people's throwbacks there. I don't know if the vintage people there are very picky, or I don't know. Great stuff that I never would have thrown back is all I'm saying.
I mean, they probably have a limit to how much stuff they can. There's probably a limit to how much stuff they can be getting and stuff, you know, because I got a lot of cool stuff that was thrown back.
All right, so this is a vintage 60s or 70s. The brand is Derby of San Francisco, which is a good brand for jackets, actually. But Derby of San Francisco, and this is a shirt, so it's got like this. It's got the 70s dagger collar, and it laces up, and then it's got a metal zipper down the side.
Interesting.
It's made in Canada. It says by San Francisco, but then it says, Granada suede, not Canada suede. I'm old. This might even be a little earlier. I'm going to have to take a look. This might even be 60s or even earlier. I'm going to have to look at these tags.
What's with the zipper?
But there's
Get it on.
yeah, there's a metal zipper on one side, It's just in really great shape. It's very Robin Hood, Ren Fair-esque. So I'm probably going to list this for like $100 and change for sure.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, those are those jackets that I like to pick up, the kind of like bomber workwear jackets. Those sell for a ton.
I know. That's why I knew the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I picked it because of the brand. I would have picked it up without a tag, but I think the brand may add to it. And thanks, Jen. We'll definitely look it up.
For sure.
And decide if it's I don't know.
Anyway, so while we were at the bins yesterday, I noticed a couple of Japanese guys, and the reason I'm saying they're Japanese is because we saw them for the first time like maybe a month ago, and there were 3 of them then. And, when it comes to like the t-shirt bros at the bins, a lot of them, they're going to overlook hoodies sometimes. They're kind of just looking for t-shirts. They have a very specific thing that they're looking for a lot of times. But when I see the Japanese guys come in that are looking for stuff, they go a little deeper, and so it kind of makes me go, uh-oh. Like,
and if you sell vintage fashion, you'll know that you sell a lot of stuff to Japan, depending on in vintage. So,
but I know that they're not gonna overlook stuff that a lot of the regular t-shirt bros are gonna overlook. So it kind of ups the competition a little bit. So they were there when we were there yesterday, and I was on the last rotation we went through. I was on one side, and I didn't find anything I wanted, so I went around to the other side, and there was a bin that they had just gone past, and I was very surprised that they missed all the stuff that I found in there. So I'm just going to show you all 3 of these.
And the other reason why you mentioned that they're Japanese is because when we saw them a month ago, they were speaking Japanese to each other, and we assumed that they were tourists in Vegas that decided to hit the bins to look for some vintage stuff, because that's a popular thing too. But if they're still here a month later, maybe they live here now.
They could be here on a buying trip, like,
or maybe they're here for a long time.
To,
I don't know,
ship stuff back.
but
but anyway, the stuff stacked in the hallway is all the stuff that I've gotten over the last basically week and a half between Dallas and a big buy on eBay. So it's probably
it's t-shirts.
Like 3, it's t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. It's like 300 pieces. Anyway, so I've got this 80s UNLV Rebels sweater. It's kind of cool because it's a sweater on top and on the bottom, and then this middle material is like a sweatshirt, but it's on this Brandon tag, made in the U.S. Let me see if I can get in here. I'm a little far away from the camera because I'm trying to make room for Allison.
Oh, it's okay.
Anyway, so not like it's some huge money maker, but I just always like any of the college stuff, and I should still be able to sell this for like $40-50. So I'm excited about that. Now this needs some serious love and attention to it. I need to sweater shave it, but I also need to do some serious work on getting these stains out. But it is acrylic, so I think it'll be all right. But it's got some staining. But this is a UNLV Running Rebels National Champions.
And here she is touching me with dirty shit from the bins again.
1990. This is when their basketball team won the championship.
Put it right in Allison's face.
Yep.
That's okay.
She's touching it. She reached out to touch it.
I got the shitty hat. And now I'm getting
Anyway, I was, again, very surprised to pull this out. This is a sweater, not a sweatshirt. It's not that you can necessarily tell from back here. It doesn't have like a branded tag. It just says it's 100% acrylic and made in the U.S. So just a very, very cool find. And then the best thing that I found...
I thought we were doing one.
This is a grouping. The best thing I found in that particular bin is this 80s Ohio State University heather gray sweatshirt. And what's awesome about it is a champion.
Was it on the Running Man tag?
Sweatshirt. No, it's not, babe. I said 80s. It's on the champion tag. Now, Alison knows a little bit about this. What is your deal? You asked me if it has rayon in it. What does that tell you?
It's just a better quality. Like, it's just better made, and it's
very soft.
Yeah, it's softer. I always like the rayon, and that is important. Some people like that blend.
Yeah, it's just this is a really nice, like, classic, vintage,
it's really soft.
College university sweatshirt.
Yeah. If this were my size, it's one of those that I would have wanted to keep it. I've
got an Old Navy one that feels like that. I love it.
It's really, really nice. Yeah. So again, I'm actually very, very surprised that they didn't grab this, but they probably just didn't see it for whatever reason. I was just like, and I also found those Doc Marten boots. It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
She's crazy.
You got a grouping?
I do not have a grouping.
Okay, you get
whatever.
One. You may do one.
I get one. Okay, so this is Vintage Lucky brand. It's not a brand that you're necessarily going to pick up for everything. I'm going to see if I can get this tag to show a little clearer. There we go. See that tag? And then it's made in the USA. That's 90s Lucky. And the reason why I talk about this is because 90s and early Y2K lucky, depending on what it is. I've talked about it before with the wide leg athletic pants for women. They'll have like the dragon design or some type of like, it looks like, almost like old fashioned tattoo design on it. Those are super popular. They can sell for up to $200 a pair. And a lot of people have those in their closet and they don't really know. But this is a swim cover up from... This came from the bins in Texas. This is a swim cover-up from the 90s, probably. Lucky. This is the same type of thing. If you see something in this kind of pattern, like the sweatshirt or the little bomber jackets or the wide leg sweatpants, this is just a swim cover-up, and it ruched. It's like kind of like tied on the sides. I think I can get $75 for this based on comps. You just have to like kind of.
Does it feel like a towel?
It feels a little bit like terry cloth.
Yeah.
It's just a lighter terry cloth. So I knew what it was when I picked it up, and I didn't know that it was a swim cover-up until I saw that it said Lucky Swimwear on it or something like that. But I thought it could have been like a tunic top type thing. So I think I'll get like $75 for that, and I paid like 75 cents for it.
Very cool. Chuck, the sweatshirt is not reverse sleeve. It's just a regular raglan sweatshirt. All right. I do have another grouping of two things.
See what she's doing to me? Are you acknowledging this?
I see her in a whole new light.
Thank you. I really appreciate having Alison bear witness to this ineptitude and this clear favoritism. Clear favoritism that she's showing for her own haul items.
It's true. So you guys know how everything, like the baggy jeans are coming back, South Pole, all that stuff. I did not find any South Pole jeans, but I found the style that I think is popular. So I don't know. This is Johnny Handsome. I don't know if anybody out there either watching right now or watching this after the fact, if you've ever heard of this brand. The little bit I tried to look up, I couldn't really find much. But these are the wide legged. You look at the back. It's got like the embroidery on the pockets. Now, what was funny about these is, Texas, those cowboys, sometimes they want to like starch their jeans. But these aren't cowboy jeans. These are like wide leg baggy jeans.
They starch the Wranglers and they put the crease down the front. They could stand up on their own.
But somebody starched these, and I couldn't even fold them. They were so stiff. It was crazy.
They could stand up on their own.
I actually had to wash them at the Airbnb we were staying at. So I have no idea how I'm going to do with these. I actually bought these at the Goodwill. The Dallas Bins is behind a retail location of Goodwill. And so we actually went over there, and I got these jeans, and then I also got...
And they're supposed to be distressed like that, by the way. That was not worn like that.
And then I also got these Pepe jeans.
Those do well.
Yeah, these do well.
Those are they're not quite as well as South Pole, but the big wide leg ones
they're the big wide leg with some distressing.
Oh, that starch was... And when I tell you, it was... She literally could not fold the jeans in half. That's how... Yeah. I mean, it was like you were folding...
Yep, some whiskering.
It's a good keyword.
But these were starched as well, not quite as bad, but just washing them, most of the starch did come out, so it was okay. All right, so I have another bins find.
Again, another designer bins find. This is another item that had a Goodwill tag on it that never made it to the sales floor because the tag was like dated like less than a week before where we were. This is not a ton of money, but again, it's like you don't always have to just be picking up Walmart and Target brands at the bins. Of course, there's plenty of that because nobody wants it at the thrift store, so where do you think it ends up? But this is Burberry. So this is a Burberry cashmere sweater, Burberry Brit. It's the lower end. Burberry Brit is the lower end of Burberry. But it has a little bit of like a shoulder design on the top. You can't really see it well. It's like a faded, muted plaid on the shoulder. But it's this really nice purple cashmere sweater. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no holes. There's no stains. Nothing like that. I can probably get... I won't get a ton for it, but maybe like $75.
That's pretty good, though.
So
for something you paid like $1 for.
Yeah, it's super lightweight.
Now, pretty much the rest of what I have is T-shirts. But like I said, I have
a lot more, so I don't know.
I have a whole stack. I'm going to do one at a time. But I bought over 100 T-shirts in a lot on eBay, and it averaged out to about $2 a shirt. And the thing is, like, I try to go look at lots every now and then on eBay, but for the most part, they'll have all crap. There might be one shirt that I really want in the whole lot, but it's all crap, and then they charge like a ridiculous amount for shipping. This one, 95% of it I was really, really happy about, and I was really surprised at like how much really cool stuff I got for $2 a piece. Basically, there was a very small stack of stuff where I was like, I wouldn't even pick this up at the bins. But overall, amazing haul, and hopefully I'll be able to get more from the same seller. But this is not a vintage shirt, but it's super cool. It's a Harley-Davidson shirt. It's a Harley-Davidson Looney Tunes Warner Brothers, and you can see on the front. Sorry, I can't see what I'm looking at.
It's got the coyote.
It's got the Wile E. Coyote with this little TNT, but the back graphic is actually really, really cool. You've got your Roadrunner there.
Mimi.
Wile
Maybe.
E. Coyote. So just a really cool shirt. It's actually pretty. It's
like where he blew himself up and turns all all covered in soot.
Yep, but this is like from 2017, but it's got that classic kind of like 90s streetwear look to it. Definitely well worth $2. So I was super excited. This is one I had when I was looking at the pictures. I'm like, I didn't even notice that one because I think it was kind of hidden by some other shirts. So it was like a pleasant surprise to get this in that lot. Like, I mean, I looked up a little bit. I didn't see this exact same shirt, so I'm sure I can sell it for like $40-50 because.
And by the way, we're not using the right terminology, which Danica just reminded me that. Got.
Anyway, so this is freaking awesome. I love it. $2. We'll talk about that later. Keep it to yourself.
Right.
Anyway, nothing. I said we'll talk about it later.
Okay, so this I actually got where this is one of those, hey, good old Google Lens. Someone had taken the tag off of this, and I'm really hoping I don't ruin this with the staple, because I hate people that, why do they staple clothing through the clothing? What the frick is wrong with you idiots?
I know.
There you go, reseller.
It's annoying.
I picked it up, and it was like, I could tell that it was really nicely made, and I really loved the pattern, so I did a little Google Lens hit on this cute little dress right here. And someone had removed the tag, and guess what? It is Farm Rio by Anthropologie.
Oh,
nice.
And this little dress, including the belt, it's in beautiful condition. It's still something that is highly fashionable. It's not like it's an outdated dress or anything like that. And it's really cute, and it will sell for at least $100. And I got this at one of the thrift stores that we went to, where it was 50% off the blue tags. So it was at $4.54. I paid half of that. So $2.27 is what I paid for it.
Not too shabby. All right. Also from my eBay haul, I paid.
Oh, sorry, it's not a dress; it's a romper.
Oh,
Even
romper,
better.
Even better. Does it have pockets? Does it
does
have
not
pockets?
have pockets.
No pockets.
I know, sacrilege.
So also from my eBay haul, so I paid $2 for this shirt, and now this is one of the ones I did see. And I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to exactly list this or how I'm going to get this to the right person that wants it. But I think it's freaking awesome. This is from 1979. It is a Star Wars t-shirt, but it says Dorm Wars 1979. So somebody probably designed this shirt. It had something to do with some college or something. I mean, somebody named it. Looks like Robin. I like Robin's signature. You can see it's like a little art brush or pencil. With the name there, but I mean, come on, what a really cool piece of like obscure history from someone's freaking dorm in the 70s.
I love it.
And it's like a whole Star Wars thing, only it's called Dorm Wars.
And it's, of course, one of those like really soft, with a little bit of give on it. Like, it's a cool shirt. I don't know how you're going to market
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I don't know how to market it necessarily.
I think anybody could pull it off with a good pair of jeans, you know? It's a cool shirt.
But is there like any other one of these left out there in the universe at all anymore? Like, talk about a really cool, unique piece of vintage that somebody could add to their wardrobe. That's all I'm saying. I think it's awesome.
Sure.
A grouping? No grouping.
I'm doing a grouping of 2.
Oh. You go.
All right. I got these at the first thrift store we were at, and they were... which was before we went to the bins. It was a Goodwill that was near there. Mostly higher priced stuff. I didn't find a ton at that one, but this is a brand that I had never seen before. And again, when I see like a weird tag or I feel like something's made really well, I tend to look up certain brands. And this was one that I looked up when I was there. And I don't do a lot of that, but definitely when something's quality and has one of those tags. If it were at the bins, I would just, grab it. I don't care, but this is a brand called Wooden Ships. And it's a loose knit, like sweater.
Interesting.
And it's got this kind of like, I don't know, cheetah, giraffe pattern of some sort on it. It's big, boxy, oversized, and it feels like it has like Angora or lamb's wool or something. It's fuzzy. So I found 2 of them.
Same
and
brand?
I paid. They were the same brand. I think I did pay the $7.99 a piece. If I at best they might have been 50% off. I don't remember what the tag sale was. But they're these really soft, oversized sweaters, and that brand is a good brand. If you look at the brand and the sell-through rate, they both they sell pretty well. So I think I can get about $50 a piece for each of them. And I paid $8 or $4. I'm not sure which.
Tommy, as far as like the whole Star Wars thing being a Vero waiting to happen, I'm not going to put Star Wars in the title. I mean, it says Dorm Wars. It doesn't say Star Wars. So I might put in my themes Star Wars parody and use it in my keywords throughout my listing. I think it'll be okay. I mean, I have a hard time seeing why that would get taken down. But anyway, who are you talking to during our show?
It's not me this time. Usually it is.
It was Angie.
All right,
She
now,
thought we were driving now. We're not driving now.
this is one of my favorite finds all week. It's not vintage. It's probably not worth much. However, I will say it's just a random graphic tee. I will say when I looked it up, I tried Google Lens and tried looking on different selling platforms. I couldn't find a single one out there available or sold. So again, super unique, interesting, fun t-shirt, but it's not vintage. But I love it. I haven't even shown this to Alison.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, you're going to see it in a second. It's like that yellow. So it's a really bright yellow, but as soon as I put it in front of the
that's
camera,
it.
it washes out. But it says Ye Claw.
Yee
Claw. And there's a mango white claw riding on the back of a horse.
Oh my gosh.
And it's roping, and it says, "Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws." And this was actually a shirt that was made it's from 2021. It was made for Muncie Liquors, which is a liquor store in like Indiana or something like that. It's not even Texas. But it's like the most random, most ridiculous.
I knew Lorna would like that shirt. Lorna likes the white claw.
I know. It is the most ridiculous
white clams, as we
graphic
call
tee.
them.
Again, I couldn't find anything anywhere. I love this shirt. I wish it was, for one, I wish it was black. 2, I wish it was a bigger size because it's like a schmedium.
It's nice and thin. I like that.
Yeah, and it's nice and thin. It's actually a fantastic graphic tee, and it's so funny. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Yee claw! Come on, look at it. Look at it.
You do the gun.
You didn't do the pew pew pew. With
Oh,
the
pew,
guns.
pew, 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 pew.
There you go.
All right.
Anyway, super cool, super cool.
Funny.
Ah.
Ridiculous. All right, so this is a brand that I also found at the bins. I only picked it up because it was heavyweight, and again, it had a brand that a tag I didn't recognize. I did not pay this price tag on. Again, it's something that has a tag on it that was dated like a week or 2 before we went. There's no way it went into the store. So Liz may know this brand. Liz does a lot of retail arbitrage and sells a lot of old lady high-end clothes. And this is the brand right here. It's Karen Lawn. Caryn, Karen, not Karen, and Lawn, Lawn. And it's like tennis wear, is what when I looked it up. It's kind of like tennis wear, tennis clothing, but it has a really high and expensive price and high resale rate. And this is just like this pink tennis dress. It's kind of like very, got a low ruffle and a drop waist dress. Kind of like a peplum. Yeah, it's a drop waist with a ruffle hem. Anyway, I didn't say Liz was an old lady. I said Liz sells old lady clothes.
You pretty much did.
I think.
Her demographic might be old ladies based on what she sells. Anyway, I got this at the bins. I paid about $2 for it. It's just a brand I had never heard of, but it has a high sell-through rate and it's a high price tag, and I think I can get about $75 for this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
interesting.
It's not, and this has pocket. Yeah, I would never in a million years wear this thing. It's like Pepto-Bismol pink. It's not even cute. Anyway, but whatever. I'll sell it for $75. Cute or not, I don't care.
All right. Now, again, guys, we will do other haul videos with the stuff that we got, like from Texas and stuff. I just, as you can see behind me, it's all stacked up. So trying to pull stuff for the show, I ended up with a lot of the stuff that I got on for my eBay t-shirt haul because they're stacked up on top. But there were so many great vintage graphic tees in this lot that I got on eBay. And I actually got 2 of this particular shirt. This is on, it's on a Screen Stars tag t-shirt right here. This is actually, so it's an 80s. This is from the Water Resources, does it say International maybe? Water Resources, and on the back it says Southwest.
Katie, who does not need reading glasses yet, but cannot see that.
Well, because I can see it, but it's like INT. That sounds weird. Water Resources INT. I can see. I can see the friggin' letters. I'm just trying to figure out, like, is it called internet? It's weird. Anyway, Southwest Water Resources, El Paso, Texas, home of quality water systems. So whatever, right? But look at the graphic. Look at how awesome it is. You've got a Rhino.
It's a surfing Rhino.
Who is surfing. Is he surfing?
I think he's surfing.
Or on a
waterboard.
He's either...
Waterboarding. No.
Yeah. But El Paso, Texas. And I got 2 of these. Look how awesome it is. I love it, love it, love it. Again, $2. I got so many cool graphic tees in this lot. $2 a piece.
Yeah, Tommy,
Freaking
I've
awesome.
been hearing Ye Claw for a week now, but thanks.
Yay! Hey! Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
Yeah.
Yay! Claw!
I gotta say claw. All right.
All right, go ahead, Victoria.
It's gonna be a long ride tomorrow.
Seriously. All right. So this is one that one of the Bins Bros threw back. There was this one guy there who is very friendly, by the way, who's like a little bit older than some of the other kid ones there. Somebody knew him. Was it Danica? No, Angela knew him from going to the bins.
I had a pair of those.
And I always say, you guys know, I always say, pick up all the overalls. Pick up overalls. Especially
She does
the wide,
say that, you guys. It's
especially
true.
the wide leg overalls. Well, these are just Liberty overalls. They may be vintage, they may be not. They still make this brand. I see a paper tag here, so they could be vintage-y, vintage-esque. They're not super old, though. Maybe made in Mexico. Okay, maybe like mid to late 90s is my guess. Liberty overalls, but they're like the conductor stripe ones.
Yeah.
So they're the big baggy conductor stripe, and they're a huge size, which is great. So I will say most of the time that I buy things like this, they almost always go to women. Women love big, baggy, oversized overalls. I'm women. I do too. But I don't like.
Too.
Yeah, I don't like wearing the current overalls that most of them that are made, especially the ones that are made for women, because they make the legs tapered or they're stretchy, and it just doesn't fit right on most body types. So I really like big. If I'm going to wear overalls, I want them to be baggy. You don't want them to be tight. That's the whole point. You want to wear something, maybe wear a tight shirt under it, but the overalls need to be baggy. Anyway, these are pretty big, though. I'm gonna say these are probably big even for me to wear. I mean, my butt is pretty wide, but it ain't that wide. So these are a good size. I'll probably list them for like 125, and then I can expect to get at least 75 for them. Of course, I did pay a little bit more for these because they're heavy, so I probably paid closer to $5 for these. But yeah, so I like those.
We used to wear the it's like a half undershirt,
Yeah,
midriff.
Yeah, in the
overalls.
90s, totally.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still wear overalls, cannot wear the midriff shirts, but
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
that's a look that I definitely wore in the 90s for sure.
A look. All right, I got another $2 tee, guys.
Woohoo!
This tag is something casuals. It's a little California casuals. I don't think I've seen this tag before. You can see it says California casuals
That's
on
like
there.
way too blurry. Oh, there you go.
There we go. And it's just a cool one of those kind of, I don't even know what you call these. It's sort of like a ringer tee, sort of like a baseball tee.
And those are my favorite tees. So that's a tee that I would steal from you if it wasn't so big.
And, I wouldn't allow it, so back off!
See how she is?
But look at the graphic on the back. It is amazing. It says Johnson's Bug Machine. We've got VW, Volkswagen, ATV, Jet Ski. This is from Santee, California. But look, you got your little jet ski there. You got all kinds of stuff going on. Like, what a great graphic. Single stitch. Awesome. Paid 2 flippin'
Wait a minute,
bucks.
is that on a 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler?
That's a 3-wheeler.
Holy smokes!
Holy smokes, it's a 3-wheeler!
Yeah.
That's
That's
quite
actually even better.
classic. Anyway, it's awesome. Johnson's Bug Machine. It's got Miller genuine Miller High Life on it. Oh, very nice, very nice. I like
Drinking
it.
and driving.
All
I
right.
like it. I
Drinking
like
and
it.
driving the ATVs.
Drinking
What
and
a
racing.
country.
Hey, you know what they always say though? Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Yay, claw!
I apologize for all of you that are going to hear that for weeks. Although I don't feel too bad because you don't have to live with it.
Oh.
Aww. All right, so something else I found at the bins. Now, this used to be a huge bolo. I will say that the prices have absolutely tanked, much like Rothy's over the past 6 months to a year. Rothy's are not always worth picking up anymore. But this was... They were two... I mean, the fact that I found them at the bins and that I found them at all, I actually found 2 pair. 1 pair I threw back because they were really trashed. But look at the bottom of these soles, and you should know what these are. So most people will know these are called teaks. They are flats that kind of fold up, and they all have a teal bottom. They come in different sizes. They're just ballet flats. They're leather ballet flats, and they're leather inside, and they're very expensive, brand new, and they used to be a great flip for pre-owned as well. These are just basic black. I think I can probably still get $40 for them, but I will tell you these were an easy couple $100 flip just 2 years ago. Like anything else, they kind of, fashion ebbs and flows, right? But I was super happy to find them, and the fact that they were only, $1.50 or so at the benzos.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been very happy had I found those a year ago.
Hold on, I gotta say something to Frankie's cats.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna go. Pss, 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 pss.
Oh yeah. All right.
They're doing the drumming.
I don't really think they're out of fashion, Jane. I think basic black or basic colored ballet flats are never really going to go out of fashion. They're just not as popular and high demand in getting the prices that they used to get. Like I said, just like Rothy's. Rothy's used to be the bolo that everyone was looking for at the store, and those prices have tanked. If you're lucky, you can sell a pair of Rothy's for $30 now.
Yeah. All right. Next up this is another one from that big haul on eBay. I'm telling you, so many cool graphic tees, so many cool 80s tees. This one is Chief Joseph BMW Rally 1987, Hood River, Oregon. And look at that graphic. You've got the little...
the Chief Joseph rising on the sun over
the wind...
windjammers in the lake.
You got the windsurfing going on, and that's probably, I'm assuming, obviously that's Mount Hood, because it's Hood River, duh. But I'm from Oregon, so I was very excited to get this t-shirt, and it's just awesome. I love it.
That's a cool graphic.
This is the kind of stuff that gets me excited, because it's like, you know what, this isn't a $100 tee. It's nothing crazy. It's just...
It's like a magic trick.
She's hiding.
It's nothing crazy, but I love it, because to me, it's just like this really cool little piece of history. There's these random little pieces of art that were created back in the day, and I get to rescue it and make sure it gets to somebody who's going to love this, and it's going to be their favorite t-shirt. Mm-hmm. So,
all right.
You got anything else?
Good to know. Yeah, I've got a couple more things.
I only have one left.
So, well, then I'm going to have to double up.
All right.
I'm going to back up just a little bit. So, this one, I will say, I did buy this at the bins. I paid probably a good $7 or $8 for it because it is big and bulky and heavy, and it took up almost an entire box to come home by itself. It's a big one. So I did invest a bit in this. But though, if you know, you know. So this is a vintage 1970s shearling jacket, shearling lined, and then it's the raw suede on the outside, and it's fully lined. It has the wooden buttons.
The camera's over here.
I think they're leather wrapped.
They might be leather wrapped, yeah. Oh, they are actually. Leather wrapped buttons. And then usually when you find a jacket like this, the brand is going to be Schott, which is SCHOTT. And if you find a Schott brand jacket, you definitely want to buy it. They're going to sell really high. They're very high end and they're very well made. And they sell for good money. This is not a Schott brand. This is a different brand, which is also a good seller. But it's not the brand really that's going to sell it. It's just it's the cool jacket. So this is genuine leather made in the USA, and the brand is Grays, Grais. not quite as popular as Shot, but this is gonna sell on its own merits. I think I can get about $250 for this jacket.
Crazy.
It's really heavy. I will charge more for because there's nothing wrong with it.
Shipping that home was a bit of a
Yeah, that means
challenge.
gray in French.
Ooh.
No, that's GRIS.
Ooh.
Reese?
Yeah. There's no A in it.
Oh, there you go.
But anyway, it's a high end. I'll probably charge $15 to ship this when I do because it's going to be like a 4 to 5 pound. You know,
Man, shipping that from Alaska would be like at least $25.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
yet another reason to not live in Alaska.
Yeah, there's a few.
How many things do you have left?
I have 2 more things.
2 more things. All right, I'll just finish up with mine. Now, I have different things I got in Dallas that, some were... Do you mind?
Sorry!
Crunchy crunch.
I'm
So
crinkling.
noisy. Jeez, are you done?
Yeah.
So
ASMR for cats.
I have the different things that I was excited about or I thought was really cool. Now, this I definitely thought was cool, but this is like probably the best thing that I found to make the t-shirt bros jealous. And I definitely had multiple of them coming up to me and asking if they could look at it up close. What I love about this find is the new bins had been out for probably a good 10 minutes. And I saw this, I'm lucky to have very long, good arms. And I saw this kind of draped across 2 different bins, and just a little bit was peeking out. And I thought, like, I wonder if that t-shirt's vintage. And I grabbed it and pulled it in, and I could not believe my eyes. I was like, what? The tag is Animaniacs. But this is a 1993. You can see on the back of the tag. It says 1993 Pinky and the Brain t-shirt. Single stitch.
What are we doing next, Pinky?
It's a nice
over
extra
the world.
large, I believe.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Allison.
No
She
problem.
was not picking it up.
No.
Well, I never watched it, so I knew you were talking.
Yeah.
I knew it was something from the show, but I don't give a crap because I never watched it. Anyway, just a really cool find. And this is one of the less common Pinky and the Brain t-shirts. Now, it's not going to sell for $1 bazillion. I've seen comps for like $150. I think probably I'll sell it more for around the $100 range with the size and the condition. I have seen ones that are online for like $60, $70, but I think I should be able to get $100 for it. But as far as the whole t-shirt bro thing goes, I definitely was the winner that day.
You had some cred.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right. So just a very cool shirt. I was very excited about it. And that's
So
it.
Susie wants to know what the explanation for the hats. We're going on the reseller cruise tomorrow, so we all had our hats on.
Yep, we sure are.
Allison took hers off because she sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I took mine off too. Anyway, there's a bunch of people in the chat that are going on the cruise. I see Patty.
The reseller relaxation cruise.
Patty's going on the cruise. So a lot of people are arriving in California yesterday and today. We're only about 4 hours to 4.5 hours away, so we decided to not stay there tonight. We're just going to leave very early in the morning.
Yeah, we have a 6-hour window to get there by the time we're supposed to get on the ship. But really, I mean, if we had to cut it close,
if anything happens,
we've got like
fine.
an 8-hour window to get there.
We're fine. Okay, the last two things I'm going to show you is this one. I actually grabbed it at the bins yesterday, and Allison and I tested it and tried to make sure that we weren't going to get electrocuted. So I paid probably $5 at the bins based on weight. This brand, I have no idea what that brand is. It's probably something that was inexpensive and made in China, but it's a high-frequency facial machine. I'm not saying we tested it on our faces.
No,
we plugged it in and tested it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So Patty's on the way now. I don't know what this is supposed to do.
It's kind of phallic, but
it's a little phallic looking, but it has all these different wands that vibrates on your face and it's supposed to do something with tightening the skin, and I don't know. All I know is that it's complete. It works. It looks unused or maybe barely used, and I'll just sell it as pre-owned, and it should sell for like $100.
What?
Put the stuff in the car tonight, Katie. She says.
Yeah, it gets stolen.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, our
It
car
is
would get
stolen.
broken into. That would be our luck. So
It's all right. We got it under
Danica
control.
says, I know what it is and you should keep it. All right, I might, Danica. You'll have to tell me about it. And then the last thing I want to show, this was actually Sorry, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. This was actually a big part of my haul one day, and Angie helped me dig and find the rest of the items. And I got this because of Liz. Liz taught me that these were worth getting because we found a bunch, or she found a bunch, when we were at the Denver bins one time last year. And I'm going to tell you, I probably have 100 of these reusable cloth diapers.
Yeah.
So not something that you would think that you want to purchase, but Liz taught me that these sell, first of all, they're super expensive if you're going to buy them brand new yourself. So people, they're not dirty. They've all been washed, but they're like the little plastic outside things, and then you would get like different liners to put in them. They're all different sizes. They're pretty gender neutral. It was probably from a little boy. They're all different sizes. And I'm just going to group them by size and do lots of like 10 or 15. And I should get about $40 to $50 per lot of 15. And Liz said they sell really fast for her. So there's like 3 or 4 different brands in here. And I don't think the brand matters quite as much as it does the actual thing. God bless anyone that has the patience to do cloth diapers and reusable diapers, because it sure as hell is not me. I understand that it's a wonderful thing for the environment, but can't do it. But anyway, this is how many I have. So there's this many in here. There's probably 30 in this bag.
Yeah.
So noisy.
Yeah.
And then I have this one is still sealed.
Holy
This
smokes.
probably has another 40 or 50 in here.
That's crazy.
It's probably 10 pounds total of everything that I have, which means I paid less than $20 for all of them. And I probably, might be my biggest find. I probably have like $500 worth of used, I don't know, reusable
cloth
diapers.
Covers.
Ridiculous.
How many different sizes are in there?
There's probably, I would say they probably go up to about a 2T. So yeah, I mean, yeah, cloth 30 years ago was very different. Those were not a thing. My mom did cloth diapers for both me and my brother.
So did my mom.
Yeah, but they used
she
to.
ironed, but did she iron them?
Did she starch them?
Ironed them?
Did she starch them?
She ironed dish towels.
Oh my goodness.
I know. That's crazy. I'm like,
Oh, Craigslist and Marketplace. Okay, that's a pretty good idea. Maybe I will put them on Marketplace as well. Just for local. I mean, I don't like doing local pickups, but I could make an exception.
Sorry.
So that's what I have.
Allison's looking to see if there are any that are her size.
You need to bring them for the cruise, just in case.
Maybe.
She did get the drink package, I'm not sure. So
I was looking at the elastic and stuff. Oh, there's like a...
yeah, there are different brands. I'm gonna definitely look and see. Oh, look, Angelisa.
Angelisa, say hi to you, Allison.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hello,
we're
ladies.
actually just now wrapping up. That's everything that we have to show for today. Now we have to go do our shipping. To get our shipping done. I'm already like exhausted just thinking about the drive tomorrow.
I'm already packed.
Me too.
Yep, I'm pretty
Allison's
much packed.
packed?
We got to finish up in the morning, obviously, like with toiletries and stuff like that. But we're getting up at 5:30, and we're hoping to be out of the house by 6:30. Corey, of course, is coming over and staying at the house and taking care of all the puppies for us. So they will be okay. But we're very excited about it. And yeah. What do you want to...
Oh, and what did we do last night?
What did we do last night? Oh, we went to the casino, and Allison cashed out at like $3,000.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. We had a machine that would not quit. It would not
Vicky
quit.
did well too.
Yeah.
Right? You came up a couple hundred.
Yeah, I came up a couple hundred. I played the whole night though.
Yeah,
Like,
we played a long
we played
time.
for a long time, and we both sat on this one specific machine. I'm like itching to go back today, and
Yeah, it
played
was
that
fun.
same
It was
machine.
a fun machine, actually.
No,
But
you can't
we
go
had a lot
back.
you know
fun.
why? And the
Can't go
whole
back.
reason I moved was because I was on this machine and I'd had a couple pops, and my Coors Light, I knocked it and it splashed on this dude at the end of the, I don't know, we were playing Buffalo.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh. Oh. So I'm like,
So he pushed you away
I
and
said,
made
I'm
you
so,
go
so
win a
very
bunch.
sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like,
But then you said, sincerely, I'm sorry.
I said, sincerely, I'm sorry.
Sincerely, I'm sorry.
And he's just like, I can,
God forbid.
Yeah, I said-
How
So-
dare you?
So she was
Yeah, exactly.
so she was forced to move and win a bunch
yeah,
of
I'm
money.
just like, I'm cashed out. I'm like, no wonder you're alone, ass.
Yeah.
And I left. And I won.
And she won!
Because I'm the bigger person.
You know who's sorry now?
The guy with beer on
Sincerely.
his shirt.
Yeah.
Sincerely sorry.
Anyway,
Don't
guys.
worry, we haven't forgotten our documentation. Everything's all printed out. Luggage tags already on the luggage. I have the passports.
It's true. It's true.
We're good. We're good.
All right, guys, but you know what? Here's the thing. What it all comes down to, nothing else matters. All you need to know is there ain't no laws if you're drinking claws. Yeah! Claw!
Do your thing. Do your pee. There you go.
Come on. You like it.
No. I'm over it. I'm over it.
All right, we better go. So I'm going to say goodbye to Frankie's cats.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Bon voyage.
Weirdos. All weirdos. Anyway, so those of you guys that are going to be on the cruise, we will see you tomorrow. Those of you that are not on the cruise,
Sorry.
stay tuned. Sorry you
Sorry.
missed it.
Sorry.
Sincerely
sorry.
sorry that you missed it. Stay tuned. We will probably do another one of these. I'm probably not next year. We may skip a year or do every other year type of thing. I don't know. We'll talk to Libby and Molly and see how it goes. But I think it's going to be a great time.
I don't do it every year. Well, maybe not. We'll see.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you later.
Bye.